Hello and welcome. This is class number 19 of Decoding PSIR through answer writing series. As you know, this is a place where we try and make it easier for you to learn some important topics of PSIR, take up some previous year questions, try and study that topic in detail and then write an answer. Every single Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so thrice a week at 4 p.m. we have this session where we take up a previous year theory based question mainly from PSIR. See what is the topic all about. First we study and discuss that topic and then we try to write that answer for you. The reason why we do that is that UPSC has a habit of repeating a lot of theory based questions from PSIR. So a lot of this has a probability of being asked once again, and you should know all about this. Before we begin today's class, once again reminding you about a very important announcement to help you out to ensure that in essay you get maximum marks possible. I have written a booklet for all of you which is 101 model essays for the UPSC Mains examination. These are filled with ideal essays, model essays mainly on the philosophical topics, the kind of topics that the UPSC asked this year and they have been asking for many years now. This booklet is in the PDF form. You can buy this. This is just for $4.99. All that you need to do is download my app. I'm giving the link of my app in the description of the video. In that you can see the option to buy this booklet which has 101 model essays. Whether you buy it or not, my suggestion is please focus a lot on the essay paper. It has a potential to give you 150 plus marks if you really pay attention to that. So it's extremely important. Now let's see what question are we taking up today. Today we have taken up a question that UPSC asked in 2019. It's a short question of 10 marks. 150 word is a word limit. The question is, write a short note on deliberative democracy. Paper 1 part A, amongst all the topics, one of the topics that it has is democracy and the different types of democracies. One of them is called deliberative democracy. Now what exactly is deliberative democracy? Let's try and understand that and then we'll try and see if we can write an answer to this. So basically, when you talk about democracy, it usually means rule of the majority, right? In a democracy, the essential idea is that the majority of the people, whoever they have chosen as a voice of the nation, as a voice of the state, they will be the one ruling, they will be the one who will run these institutions. Now, usually in a democracy, you see democracy in two ways. Number one, democracy is seen as a popular rule. Popular rule again means rule of the majority. Whatever the majority wanted, whatever most of the people wanted, they were able to get that. That is called a popular rule. Second is democracy as a bulwark of personal freedom. Means in a democratic society, personal freedom has to be given topmost importance. Now, these two things sometimes can go contrary to each other, because if democracy is a rule of the majority, that means that the personal freedom of some people who are not in majority might be compromised. Because if every single time democracy is about listening to the people who are in the majority, then who will listen to those who are not in the majority? Let's try and see in the Indian context. In the last Lok Sabha, there was a lot of opposition, there was a lot of allegation by the oppositions that the government is not giving the parliament a chance to function. The government was introducing and passing the bills within a few minutes. Rather than discussing it, rather than taking the opinion of the other side as well, the government was much more interested in putting its own opinion and then finalizing that. Means that the government was not focusing on deliberations. Deliberations or deliberative democracy, as the name suggests, comes from the word discussion. That even though there will always be a side of majority, even though one side will always have higher numbers, the idea is that you cannot just bulldoze the personal freedom of others. Yes, there has to be rule of law. Yes, country has to be run by popular will. Country has to be ruled over by a group that is in the majority. But at the same time, you cannot use this as an excuse to move over and neglect and ignore the freedom that has been given to the other groups, that is the minority group as well. Deliberative democracy tries to bring these two together. Deliberative democracy is an idea that in a democracy, on one hand, you should have rule of the majority. There is no doubt about that. But at the same time, that should not take away the responsibility of the majority or that should not take a responsibility of the ruling side to have discussions and debates with the other side as well. So the idea is basically consultation. Have more consultation. Try and bring all of them into consensus. See, the idea is if the majority is ruling, if the government has the majority in the lower house, they will be able to pass whatever law that they want. It is not illegal. They have been given the power. They can pass whatever law that they want. But it would be better, it would be in the interest of everyone if they try and form a consensus. If they try and talk to the other side, try and bring them also on the same page. That is the idea of deliberative democracy. In this view, those institutions that uphold judicial review, that ensure separation of power, that ensure checks and balances, to ensure personal freedom of the citizens is guaranteed, those are given a lot more priority. That is what deliberative democracy is. So again, as I said, it is a democracy where decision making is mostly based on consensus, where the democratic system talks about how individuals should ensure that they are not really fighting only for their own self-interest, but they are fighting for the entire society's self-interest as a whole. They are open to reasoning, they are open to arguments, they are open to winning over the other side. Deliberative democracy is not just about coming out to vote and the majority winning every single time. It's about building consensus, trying to bring the other side on the same page. That is the entire idea. Now, this was enough for you to write this answer. Again, it's a short note answer, so just 150 words. 10 marks is the word limit, or 10 marks is the weightage given to this question. So again, the question was, write a short note on deliberative democracy. So we'll just try and introduce this first. How democracy usually wants to achieve the goal of democratic decision making and making sure that the people are happy, making sure that the people's will is being respected. Deliberative democracy does not want individuals to fight for their self-interest. Rather, it encourages discussions and persuasions for the common good. It does not diminish accountability of the politicians. Politicians are still accountable, but the politicians are expected to be much more open to ideas from the other side. You can give ideas or examples of some of the famous thinkers in this line. Amartya Sen, Hannah Arendt are supporters of deliberative democracy. Apart from that, Habermas has given the concept of communicative action, where people interact in an ideal speech and situation. Then there are other people as well that have talked about this. Again, the idea applies even today, even in countries such as India, where you see in some elections when one side gets a lot more majority than the other, even then we have to respect the other side as well. As J.S. Mill very rightly had said when he talked about the freedom of speech and expression, that even if one single person in the society has a different point of view as compared to everyone else, even then that one single person has a right to be heard, because you never know from where a good idea can come. That is how deliberative democracy usually works. This was the class for today. Again, reminding you, Monday, Wednesday and Fridays we have this class at 4 p.m. I really hope your prelims exam went well. Don't wait for the results. Start preparing for your optional, whichever optional that you have. If not this year, it will certainly help you next year going forward. If you are new here, do hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Jai Hind.